So hello, everyone. Welcome to the 16 Days of Activism Planning. Thank you for joining. It's an honor and a privilege to have you here as part of the planning committee for the 16 Days of Activism 2022. This is our third year, and I am excited to start. Here we go. Come on, no, that's not what I want. Hold on. I have a million things open up. Sorry, let's do this. I had my Canva, and I'm going to present from Canva. There we go. And I'm presenting directly from Canva. So welcome to the 16 Days of Activism. And we will introduce ourselves. We will talk about loading property and just in general what every day would look like. Let's step on the red carpet and introduce ourselves. As you know, I'm Charmin Prince. I'm the founder of Eagles Empowered to Soar, a nonprofit here in New York City, registered in Georgia and Guyana, to help those marginalized by be either economics or otherwise to thrive and become all that they are supposed to be. So welcome. And you can go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Bianca Piri from Zambia, Lusaka, Women in Bloom Presidents. As you all know, Women in Bloom is an organization that mainly focuses on women. We bring women together, empower the marginalized women, and help them as they walk in their journey. And yes, thank you so much.
That's all, Bianca. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Samantha, and I live in Brooklyn, New York. I am the founder of Sisters of Culture, a nonprofit organization helping to connect women and families to services like health insurance and other services available out there for them so they can live a healthier and more productive life.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So once again, here are the positions we're in need of for the 16 Days of Activism. And would you believe while I was doing this, I thought to myself last year, I function in every part of the community of this, of the 16 Days of Activism in all these roles. We need the director of Orange 365, which will manage the 16 Days of Activism. Event planning, advertising, and social media, and other logistics, and event coordinators for the day, because I find when I am monitoring Zoom and presenting and doing everything, it's kind of distraction, it's kind of distracting and very cumbersome. So I said, okay, I'm not going to do this alone, even if it's myself and two other organizations. And here we are, just two other organizations, and we can do this because I have the experience and will definitely share that experience with you. Now, the goal of the 16 Days of Activism is to create a comprehensive program of activism that includes activities to create a long-lasting impression of the importance of activism. Usually what we did in the last 2 years, it's just focus on the 16 days of our focus on gender-based violence. And last year, my team, personal team, was on healing and recovery, because anywhere you turn, you'll be hearing about the gender-based prevention, gender-based violence, awareness, but it's about activism. And I believe that there's so many, as I was researching to complete the manual, I saw so many activities, so many days for, or international titles for activities that I can be honest, I was unfamiliar with, didn't know. And so what I did is just pull together a few of the activisms that are there from that the UN celebrates and promote, and place it in the manual. It doesn't have, we don't have to follow it as it is for the 16 days, but it is something that that gives us a guide. And who are we targeting? We're targeting everyone, because we want persons to become active in activism. And the objective is just to encourage persons or support to activism. So you're going to see AM. I didn't change the times, but it's not 5 a.m. But this is what the flow would look like: loading property, loading whatever. It's virtual. So we want to ensure that those activities are loaded in a timely manner. The event start time, welcome, video, the activity for the day, and then we close the event. Oops, I have to go back. And for the virtual events, we want to ensure that we all are there on time. And so 15 minutes before the start of a virtual event, and if there is an in-person event, we'll be there an hour or two before the event starts for setup. Because we want everything to be seamless. And usually there's always a glitch. For the virtual event, loading properties would be our videos, our Zoom, and our speaker bios for every day, right? We want to ensure that those things are in order. If we have a presenter, we want to ensure the presenter sends their stuff 24 hours ahead so that we can have it, or the technology is in place for everyone to present seamlessly. Oh, I went back. Now, I added this because I believe that every speaker has something, have their own organization, and we can initiate breaks to promote our products that pertain to GBV. If you don't have a product, create something, let me know so that I can create a group for us. And I kid you not, do not worry. Once you have an idea, I can help you put together a webinar, a presentation, something that you can use as a lead magnet to draw persons to your website, your landing page. If you don't have a landing page, let's create a landing page. But everyone that participate in the 16 days of activism 2022 must have a product to give, because you want to, and when you give stuff free, you add value to your portfolio. It's not always about money. Sometimes you have to give thousands or hundreds of free hours in order to achieve the productivity outcome. So don't be afraid to give. So we all want to have something during the breaks to advertise that, okay, this is Samantha presentation, and during the break, this is what Samantha have. This is Samantha's landing page. Go to Samantha's landing page. It's not all about whomever is participating. Once you're a presenter, you have that opportunity. Now, I think I'm skipping. I want to be real tech savvy here with presenting from Canva, but here we are. So I just shared some ideas. I shared a lot. And I'm going to take a pause for Blair to introduce herself, because Blair just joined us. And then you can share your ideas on what I said.
Well, hello,
Blair?
everyone. Hello, thank you, Charmin. Hello, I think I saw Samantha as a name and Bianca when I popped in on the participants. So my name is Blair Brown, and I am the co-founder of the Global Merit and Essence Awards Network. We're commonly known as GMEAN, the acronym GMEAN, and also the founder of Women in Bloom International, a women-led organization for women. And GMEAN is an organization whose prominent the goal is to change the lives of our marginalized communities around the world. And that is by aligning ourselves with men and women and organizations and funders that are like-minded. So as long as you want to change lives, we want to work with you. And I am really happy to be doing the 16 days of activism with Charmin. We did one a couple of years ago, and it was such a hit. And we want this not to just to be a hit, but to change lives. So that's the goal. And Women in Bloom will be participating this year. And so Bianca will be organizing that and spearheading that. And I'm here as a support. The ideas tend to come on the fly, so I will jot them down and share that with you. But I'm sure we'll have other meetings, right? Yeah. So I'll make some notes of ideas that I may have for the 16 days, and want to get some youth involved this year. So we have 4 young people that I'd like to bring in. 3 of them can't be with us on the weekends because they're of Jewish faith. So after Friday, they're offline, but there are other days that we will get them involved. So looking forward to it, Charmin. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing to participate. Thank you so much for that. And welcome.
Love the presentation, by the way.
Thank you. Yes. Any ideas you would like to share? You like the idea of the break where you can, where not participants, but presenters and facilitators can promote their stuff. Go ahead, Blair.
Yeah, so we do have a young lady out of Nevada, Las Vegas, and she's a filmmaker doing really great stuff, but she's a former police officer. So she will be coming through the Women in Bloom network, and she'll be participating. And I think this year she has a lot more to add, and she might, if you don't mind, she will showcase or screen one of her films. But I think coming from a lawmaker background, it's going to be profound, and she might have a couple others that will come along with her. So if you're open to it, she can invite others to come in and participate with that.
Of course, I am open to
Oh.
it, Blair, because
I just didn't know if we were full for the 16 days.
no, we're not. We're not,
Okay.
because I didn't reach out to anyone.
Okay.
I wanted to start on a very intimate
Okay.
level, as opposed to throwing it out to so many people and they don't get the vision, you know? So I am happy that in my opening statement, I said, if it's just 2 other organizations and myself, that's what I want to do. That's what I want the foundation to be. And then we can bring in other people. So it's just the 3 organizations this year creating the 16 days of activism.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And I don't care if I don't get a chance to present. That's not a desire of mine. Last year I said I really didn't want to do anything, but here we are. And so I am happy to have, you know, others, especially the law enforcement, the retired law enforcement person. Last year I had a retired, he was in the NYPD, he was in the US Army. So he's gonna be here again this year.
Okay, perfect. I'm not sure if you did cover this because I missed the first part. Are we doing 16 full days? What format will that take?
So I didn't plan that.
Oh,
I
okay.
want us to
plan it. Okay,
yes,
good.
to
Okay.
decide.
All right. All right. So I have an idea. I was
Okay.
speaking with Bianca last week, and I know because 16 days, that's a long stretch for us to be online. So my idea is to, if we can shorten the time frame that we're online for the 16 days, and I know we can't all be on. I will try definitely to be on for the 16 days, but if I know it's not going to be a 3-hour stretch, it works. 1 hour is really good. The other idea that I had, and I said I would propose that to you, is if we're not even online, if an organization is doing something separate and apart, if we can upload that on during one of the 16 days and play, you know, you have a playback video, we could do that. So we're not always sitting online, but something is always online, so to speak. So if we can record even, I'll use you for instance, Charmin, if you're actually going out and speaking on behalf of 16 days of activism, if you can get that recorded and get that recording to us during the 16 days, it might be played back on the 14th day, but you spoke on the first day. So if we can kind of do that, just to kind of give it a little bit of a different flavor throughout.
Agreed. And last year we didn't do the 3 hours. 16 days for 3 hours is very long.
Long time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and since it's activism, I don't know if you were here when I shared that. You weren't. It's in the beginning when I shared that I created the 16 days of activism manual, which is on, and I'll show that to you.
So we're gonna be active. Not passive.
Yes.
Oh, there's Samantha.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can see how bad my hair looks. Oh boy.
Oh. Oh. You
Like
should
the head
see
wrap.
mine.
Beautiful.
Thank God for the wrap.
Yeah. Okay. That's
So
great.
I created this, and it's 16 days of activism. We don't, as I said, we don't have to follow it. This is just, I created this poem. It's time to take a stand for the women of the world, 16 days of activism, to show we're not just pretty faces, we're strong, we're brave, we're smart, and we're not going to take it anymore. Enough is enough of being treated like second-class citizens. It's time to fight back and show the world that we're done with their crap. We're done being told to smile. We're done being told to be quiet. We're done being told to know our place. It's time to speak up. It's time to be heard. It's time to show the world that we are not going to take it anymore.
Perfect.
And an explanation of what the 16 days of activism is, the history, an ultimate plan is to raise awareness about the issue of violence against women and its impact on women's life, to give a global movement, to build a global movement to include men in our planning, and to call for the implementation of existing commitments to end violence against women.
That's the mobilization. That's great.
Yes. So day one, the International Day for the, I'll send this, it's on Amazon, but I'll send this is my copy to all of you.
Okay.
So you have it. So
All right.
day one, and if you think that I can change anything, I can still go into Amazon and change.
Okay.
Right?
So day one could be really like that intro, and where we come together, and maybe day two. By day 3 and 4, we have the activism going, and then we come back together for another couple of days, and then more action, mobilization, and then come back together, and then end it on the last couple of days where we bring everything together. So one day, for instance, could be the screening of the documentary. That could be an hour. She's got several. So, and then we could have a round table, a virtual round table on that. And then you have a day for law enforcement. They come in and they do their law enforcement stuff. And then we go back out and we're in the field kind of thing and come back. So yeah, I see how we could really get going. And I think you're emphasizing, Charmin, from what I'm gathering, the word activism, mobilization.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
we've had the information sharing, right?
Yes. And it's redundant after now that it's year 3.
Mhm.
You know, what is coming out? What are we gonna do? Y'all, this is your 3rd year. Every year we're seeing the same thing. Let's do something different. And so I have the International Day of Elimination of Violence Against Women, which is day 1. And I have an activity as simple as wearing orange.
Yes, yes.
Right? We don't have to come online. We can just promote wearing orange on that day.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Right? Or we can come out.
Something might be going on in the city, right?
Yeah.
Edmonton might have a march downtown.
Exactly.
And I'm a part of that, or I highlight that, right?
Yes.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just wear orange and share information. This is the day
Oh,
of
yes.
This is the day where we share information.
Okay.
Okay.
Right? And then day 2, because and I last year I did this around day 4, because it's the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. It's important that from day 1, I wish I could have done this day 1, where we have a self-care retreat. We teach people how to take care of themselves, right? And but remember that we don't have to follow this process. So I have the self-care retreat, some explanation what we can do, set aside some time, dedicate some time for yourself, even if it's just for a weekend. And this is encouraging women to take care of themselves. And then
There's the
rally, demonstration of awareness. We can look for an organization that is doing this and join that organization. We don't have to create a rally.
Exactly.
Right? Because we are not insecure.
Yes.
So we joined organizations that are doing the work instead of recreating what is already out there.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
Right. And as I said, just join. And then day 4 is where we bring in the men.
Yeah.
And let them share. And while I was, we could ask men to wear a white ribbon.
Okay.
Right? And because white is a symbol of peace.
Mm-hmm.
As simple as that.
And we could also, with that too, if you're not online, we could each take pictures of ourselves with our white ribbon and post that.
Or for that, now that you said that, we can ask men who are wearing the white ribbons to just send in their pictures of the ribbons.
Yes.
And all day you just upload
Just
it
share that all day. Yeah.
And then you put it together as a collage in a video and post it.
Yeah.
Right?
Perfect. Yeah.
And then
so we asked them in advance, Charmin, right?
Yes.
So, and we should have it, if that's day 4, by day 3, the late morning of day 3, and then we can do the video and post the video day 4 in the morning.
Agreed. So maybe day 1 we start promoting the white ribbon.
Yeah.
Good. And of course, November 29th is Giving Tuesday.
Yes, it's a Tuesday. Yeah.
Right. So we promote Giving Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the organization participating in the 16 days of activism are nonprofit.
Yeah.
And always in need of support. Right? So Giving Tuesday. And we have ideas: donate to a cause, volunteer, raise awareness, give blood, help out the food bank, plan the fundraiser, educate others about Giving Tuesday.
And because our organizations, the 3 of us, I'm assuming, are nonprofits, I think our websites should be promoted on this day as well, because we have a give to the cause on our website, for instance, and we invite those individuals that are like, you know what, give anywhere you want to give. However, we're also promoting our nonprofits, so you can give by going to, and maybe on that day we can have a list of things you can do and a list of websites that they can go to make it easy for them.
Okay.
Hope you're writing that down. Is somebody writing that down? Bianca writes everything down. Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Because that would be a lot to be writing about.
Yes.
We have to record in. Then day 6, let's get loud about gender-based violence. And this is where our activities for that, we're going to join or host a 16 days of activism event in our community, be it in person or online. We wear orange on the 25th. These are different activities that we can get loud against gender-based violence.
Okay.
Write a letter to our local newspaper, educate ourselves, or stand up to sexism and gender-based violence whenever we see it happening. It's about activism.
Yes, yes.
Day 7 is World AIDS Day. And what I would like us to do is find a robust AIDS organization that does work and work with them, because this is not our area of expertise.
And we're a red ribbon.
Yes. Day of the African Child.
I'd love for that one. If
Women in Bloom, this is you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we could get Zambia because we have different chapters. I would love to see Zambia. Maybe at this point, Bianca and I could work on doing something here, Bianca, where we highlight, it's about the African children. So our cause there in Zambia, we could do something right around that day, if it's not an issue, where, you know, that we support the children. We could go out and maybe take some pictures and take some food. So we can talk about that. But that would be something that you would do. And because you're so many hours ahead of us, 8 and 6.
Oh, yeah.
Or 9 and 7 by then, you could have it videographed and send to Charmin. And Charmin and I could maybe edit it together, and we would put it up in a loop.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good idea, looking at the time difference, because I think by that time it will be in the night here.
Yes.
So that would work for us, yes. Okay. So we will discuss, you and I will discuss on how we can plan and what we can bring on the table concerning that, yes.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
And after that, you know, just a wellness check. You know, what you're feeling, your mental health, how you.
I just did that. I posted something this morning on Jimmy on wellness. I got up with that on my mind.
And then day 9 is the International Day of Persons with Disability.
Edmonton could do something with that.
There you go.
Daphne, I would get Daphne involved with that, because we're going to be out in the community with the disabled community.
Right. Great. I'm loving it. But I can't scream yet, right? Day 10, Universal Children's Day. And the main aim of this day is to promote the well-being of all children around the globe. So here we'll have the children from Africa. I thought I would have had a representative from Guyana here today. I invited a few of them, but you know, maybe it's not God's will. It's quite okay. But we can have children from around the globe. It could just be New York, or the US, Canada, and Zambia.
Yeah.
Yes, and also I think we can take time also to talk about that.
Go ahead, Bianca, sorry.
Yeah, on this day, I think we can also take time to bring the children and talk about their mental health as well, because what I've come to realize is that a lot of children are struggling with mental health, a lot of them, and it's something that parents overlook. They look at children as being too demanding, so especially in Africa. So we really need, on this day, I feel it would be great if we bring up children and talk to them about mental health, and let's hear from them as well. Like we can do a video here and put it up there.
I like that. I like that.
I love that.
I love that, Bianca, because we're doing something on the 10th. We could have a prelude to that. So we could ask Joyce to do even a quick round table.
Mm-hmm.
And with the youth and the children, as you said. So yeah, we could develop that a little bit.
Perfect. And then day 11, International Volunteer Day for Economic and Social Development. I didn't even know this existed.
Yes. Yes.
No,
it's a
honestly,
part of the UN's mission. Absolutely.
I didn't, honestly. So on this day, I really would like to see activities in the community.
Yes.
Right? Where we donate our time, we help at a food bank, and you know, we actually create something. We have some clothes, go to our closet, donate clothes, but there must be activity.
Okay, so what I will
Yes.
do too, and we could upload our videos because I've started a drive for clothes, Daphne and myself. I have about 10 bags here. So I'm going to be donating them in December. That was the goal. So I'll take a couple bags, just like you said, and I'll have Daphne and I go out and maybe Carla as well, and we'll document that. How was that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's about activism.
Yeah.
And showing that we are doing something, not sitting and lecturing and raising awareness anymore. It's time, it's
I love
16
this.
days of activism.
I love this, Charmin, because Bianca was saying, I hope this is not going to be the let's sit at, can I say it, Bianca? Let's sit around the computer for 2 hours. So I think she's smiling. I don't know if we can catch, or we don't. Yeah, you've got your thing on, so you're sharing on. But if you can catch her, you'll see that was her big thing. I hope we're not doing this year.
No, I think we're done with sitting for 16 days and talking. Hello, Jordan. How are you?
Good.
Nice to see you. Right? So we need activities, right? And then day 12, World Rights Day. And for that activity, we can decide if this can be a day where we there is a human rights book or catalog that someone introduced me to. We can get that and promote that on this day.
Absolutely.
Right?
We might even, if we could even get a hold of the writers or writer, and see if we can bring them on.
Or if we can even get a few persons from different chamber of commerce.
Absolutely. And this one would be a live.
Yes.
If you could do live to tape, where we tape it live and put it up the next day, depending on how we can do so many things, right?
Right. Right. You see why I love you, Blair?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And day 13, International Day of Gender Equality, right? This is where we can decide what we want to do. We can speak up for gender equality. We can become a mentor. We can support women-owned businesses. This day we can just have a group, have a round table with women entrepreneur or women-led organization. We already have 4 here. And we create a round table and let them share their best practices and the challenges and how they overcame and what kept them resilient.
Could we invite somebody from a bank maybe as well? Or from the government? Because we have to really implore them to recognize gender equality is lacking, right? And kind of I could ask somebody from ATB, which is it's a bank, a credit union like here in Alberta, but they've really stepped up when it comes to women-led businesses. So I'll reach out to that person or somebody from Scotiabank and ask them to come on. What day is that? Is that the 10th day?
No, we passed the 10th day. It's day 13, December 7th.
Okay, that's day 13. So yeah, and then
13.
bring them in as a part of the discussion.
So what we can do, we can create a letter and we could send it out to a few politicians.
Yes.
And we have like a month, so we have more than a month, so we give them enough notice, right? We have this woman senator here in New York, but we can do something along that lines. Thanks.
That'd be great.
And from this, we can create a gender equality mentoring program. Right? We could create a mentoring program. And then day 14, International Day of Human Rights Defenders. This is where our activism kicks in.
Yeah.
And we can organize a screening of a human rights team film. We can hold discussions, get involved in local human rights campaign. We can write a blog, an article, a letter, raise awareness of human rights issues on social media using hashtag 16 days.
I like that. I really do. I'll wait till you finish to see if you're gonna do what I have in mind here.
And then day 15, well, when I saw this, I was like, oops, I didn't know they had an International Anti-Corruption Day. And I added this because I don't think a lot of people know of the International Anti-Corruption Day.
Yeah, not during the 16 days, no.
Yeah, but do you know it's held on December 9th?
I had no clue. I knew we had the law, the anti-corruption law, but not the day. So this is perfect. Yeah. This is so different from the norm.
Yeah. We want to
get you're highlighting the 16 days. Every day there is something that we can become active with.
Yes.
Okay.
And when honestly, despite the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, all of this is inclusive.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right? But we just focus on domestic violence and all the other stuff, but it's for us to become active. I guess Bianca got kicked off.
Yeah, her internet they've been having issues there. She'll come back on.
Okay. And I have some ideas on how we can get involved in anti-corruption. We can organize to participate in an event. If the UN has an event, we can write blogs, we can use social media. I've never seen anyone highlighted international, no. So
no.
Good.
I want to see what your day 16 is.
We can urge elected representatives to support anti-corruption measures, all of that. We can send letters. This is also an opportunity for our local governments to become aware of who we are, because we will be sending letters to them. And then day 16 is Human Rights Day.
Okay.
I didn't want to miss this. And
okay, I like this because that's what I wanted to talk about. So we've been educated with everything. Now, this day is a call to action day. And I think I would love to see us bring our politicians, our bankers, those in high ranking places, and put them on the spot in the way that we say, like, look, we've just celebrated 15 days. Can we have a call to action now? Can we work with you? So next year, throughout the next 364 days, we're going to be calling on you. And then we will come back with a report in year 4.
Yes, and that's it.
Yeah, we've given them a lot. Like we're gonna, because we can tweak this down to just extrapolate like the days. Day 1 was this, day 2, and give them that in a report. Every day we've done something, we put it together and we say, we want to meet with you now. This is serious.
Yes.
I
so we end on Human Rights Day. What do you guys think, Bianca, Samantha?
I was just looking at Samantha. She's smiling. I was going to say, we need to hear from you.
Listen, I agree with everything you guys. It's perfect. Perfect. I'm just thinking of ideas in my head, but I'll discuss it with you guys later down. I'm trying to process all of this and see how I can add to it.
Okay. Now, in full disclosure and transparency, I know Women in Bloom has something coming up. Help me, Bianca, the 24th, 25th, and it's the last in our boot camp. After that, Charmin, Bianca has decided that we won't be doing anything except for just posting. And it's from that day, after that event, we are dedicated to the 16 days.
Perfect. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So that's all I have, and I am excited.
That's a lot.
I'm excited. I wanted to change the narrative maybe and the activities, because like Bianca last year, when we did the 16 days, it was every day we're sitting and you're listening. And one person said to me, I don't know how you can do that.
Me too. Me too.
And we did that
It was
2
quite
consecutive years. So I wanted to ensure that we try something different. And as I pondered on the 16 days of activism and read, I'm like, but sitting and raising awareness is not activism.
Wow.
16 days has been going on for a while, so I think we have raised enough awareness, right? They want us to act now. Yeah, Charmin and Samantha, Blair and Bianca. So I was like, oh. So yeah, I really, really like this, Charmin. It's so different. It is so different. And it's now bringing to the forefront accountability.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. When would be a good time? Because I'm going to send you guys the manual, and we are going to sit and plan the 16 days.
Love it.
And I would like Blair and Bianca to let me know what days they would like to really highlight Women in Bloom and what it looks like. And by then we should have something, some digital product to give to participants as a lead magnet to Women in Bloom International. And when they go there, there must be something engaging to keep them, and there must be a sign up, subscribe button, like, I want to be a part of this.
Yes, yes, and there is. So what we are going to do, what I think Bianca is going to do, I hope I'm not speaking for you, Bianca. I think you're going to probably reach out.
Oh, you can go ahead, Blair. You can go ahead.
She'll reach out to the chairs of Women in Bloom, and it works out so that each country or each chapter is very different. So Edmonton will probably highlight the disabled community and our Indigenous community because we're so involved with that. Toronto will probably highlight the seniors and the youth. Women will be highlighted. And in Phoenix, Mary Denise probably, because her background is in military and abused, the parents of abused children. So she comes from a very different angle with abuse. She'll probably do that. And Zambia will do Africa and the children. So I just see there's so much that we can do. Let us sit down. And then Charmin, it would be great for you to have a meeting after they've met with the chapter chairs
Mhm.
and Bianca, and I'll pop in, and and then wouldn't it be nice? We don't have a lot of money, but on December the 10th, could we collectively donate to an organization?
Sure.
Right? That's a call to action, right?
Yeah,
You're asking them to donate, so
or we create promotional items.
or that. Yeah, we have books,
Right?
we have
And
writers
oh my
in our
God,
group.
hold on. I just got a $500 in kind grant.
Oh, wow. My mind goes a lot, Bianca. I'm giving you a lot of work.
I know, Blair, I know, trust me.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's perfect. And so we could give, oh, wow. You see, now you're talking my language. I need something like that.
So I saw the grant.
Yes.
And I applied.
Is that the one you sent me, Charmin?
No,
Okay.
This is months ago. And it was $500 and I applied, and not a day later, they sent me, but it was like a catch. If you want how much you pay extra, I said, no, all I want is within the grant, the amount that you're offering. So I got, I think, 48 bottles and 20 something bags.
Wow, nice. Maybe Bianca, we can try to see if we can do the same thing with somewhere else. And so you have, and Samantha, you could do that as well and see if we can get something in all three of us, the three organizations donate. And if we can't, then Charmin, maybe Women in Bloom can say, we don't have much money now, but maybe we can donate $250.
Yeah, yeah. But I think also yesterday, I think I saw something about an in-kind donation. So once I find it, I'll send it to you guys.
Okay.
And you can apply. And the grant was, the in-kind grant wasn't difficult. It's a one-pager.
Okay, we'll do that. If you find it, we'll do that right away.
Yeah.
And pray over it.
Because when we're going out, we want to give something.
Yes,
right? It could be a simple oriental training.
Yeah.
We could, those bands, like those broad rubber bands with a motivational something, or with just your logo and your name, or a keychain, right? Or something, but we must have promotional items because we're going out for activism. Who are these people here? And it must lead them back to our website. So let me see who is Women in Bloom International. Oh,
yes.
This is what they do. Okay. So we can do that.
Perfect.
Good.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other business?
I think I'm good.
Bianca?
Samantha, you okay?
I'm good too. Yes.
I'm fine. Yes, I'm good with everything.
Okay.
Okay, so we will resume. Our next meeting will be with Women in Bloom chapters, and I would like to, when is a good time for us to meet again? I wouldn't invite anyone else because they will not be able to catch up. It would just, this is the planning committee. This is it.
Okay, perfect. So we're not reinventing and
no, and I have to repeat everything and we have to go through. No, if they're not here, they weren't meant to be here. The only person said they had a prior engagement was Shelly Jarrett. So
yes.
I'll send the recording to her.
Okay.
And she wanted to do something on financial abuse after the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's doing quite a bit on that. And that's great. So you've got another representation from Canada. That's perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am so excited. Thank you.
I'm really excited.
Excited.
And we've got Sheila, who's a part of the Women in Bloom organization. She is in Northern Alberta. So from there, we're going to get the Indigenous. And I'm
Yes.
going to see if my cousin will come on. She's Indigenous as well. She's a little shy, but I'll see if she'll come on.
And you know, because Canada would be so involved, maybe we should think a day to dedicate just to Indigenous people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
Speak to Sheila. I'll bring Sheila, Bianca, bring Sheila into the meeting with that, okay? She
And
is going to
I-
speak, by the way.
Yes.
Right, and I am going to reach out to someone from the Indigenous group in Guyana.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about anyone that is Indigenous here in the US, but I think
I've got a couple of ladies. One, she's a half black, half Indigenous.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dawn.
Yes, we were on a good
I'll ask
start.
Dawn as well. She's out of North Carolina now, I think. She's in North Carolina now.
Okay. So
Okay.
thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And I will be sending you the recording and the manual.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Okay,
And then
bye-bye. Have a good
Bianca and I'll
day.
probably meet on Monday.
Okay,
All right,
bye-bye.
thank you so much.
You're
Bye,
welcome.
Samantha.
And look, we were
Bye-bye.
just 1 hour. It's
1 hour,
hour.
yes.
Excellent. Have
Okay,
a great
thank you.
weekend.
All right, have a good